and choosing options. It key is page 1 of 270. Presented by Mr. Arvind Kumar. M.Sc Bioinformatics. Email ID arvindkar910968pt@gmail.com. Mobile no 8789262239. Page 2 of 270. Page 3 of 270. Fundamental of computer. What is a computer? Computer is a device that transforms data into meaningful information. Data can be anything like marks obtained by you in various subjects. It can also be name, age, sex, weight, height, etc. of all the students in a class. Functions. I. Accept data. 2. Store data. 3. Process data as desired. 4. Retrieve the stored data. We print the result in desired format. Characteristics. 1. High speed. 2. Accuracy. 3. Diligence. 4. Versatility. 5. Storage. Computer organization. Operations of functions. 1. It accepts data or instruction by way of input. 2. It stores data. 3. It can process data as required by the user. 4. It gives results in the form of output. 5. It controls all operations inside a computer. Page 4 of 270. Operations. Times input. This is the process of entering data and programs into the computer system. Times control unit. CU the process of input, output, processing and storage is performed under the supervision of a unit called control unit. It decides when to start receiving data, when to stop it, where to store data, etc. It takes care of step-by-step processing of all operations inside the computer. Times memory unit. Computer is used to store data and instructions. Times arithmetic logic unit. ALU the major operations performed by the ALU are addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, logic and comparison. Times output. This is the process of producing results from the data for getting useful information. Times computer system. ALU plus CU is equal to CPU. Times CPU as the brain of any computer system. Peripheral devices. 1. Input devices. 2. Output devices. 3. Other peripherals. Page 5 of 270. Times input devices. 1. Keyboard. Standard keyboard, QWERTY, has 104 keys. 2. Mouse. It is used as a pointer. It can perform functions like selecting menu commands, moving icons, resizing windows, starting programs, and choosing options. It key is point and click actions. 3. Light pen. It is light-sensitive detector to select objects on a display screen. 4. Optical magnetic scanner. It is automatic data Collection, for example, the barcode reader, optical character recognition, OCR, device. 5. Touch screen. Touch panel is equal to displays plus keyboard. Pads. 6. Microphone for voice as input. It takes voice as input. 1. Desktop microphone. 2. Handheld microphone. 7. Trackball. It is like a mouse but it is pointing. Device. Times output devices. 1. Monitor, visual display unit. It is displayed information with a video adapter. Card on monitor. It is to type. 1. CRT, cathode ray tube. 2. LCD, liquid crystal displays. 2. Printers, it can be sent a hard copy. A. Laser printer. B. Inkjet printer. C. Dot matrix printer. D. Line printer. 3. Plotter, it is like a printer but it is print large. Size of information such as construction plans for buildings or blueprints for mechanical objects. 4. Speakers, it is listen to voice like music and conversation with people. Page 6 of 270. Software. Times sets of instructions are called programs, and a set of programs can be called system software. Times instructions is equal to programs is equal to software. Times operating system, OS, it is a system software that provides an interface for a user to communicate with the computer, manages hardware, devices, disk drives, keyboard, monitor, etc., manages and maintains disk file systems and supports application programs, Unix, Windows and Linux. Times application software, it is a set of programs which are written to perform specific tasks. It is classified into two types. A. Generalized packages. B. Customized packages. Fig. 1.17 Classification of software. Software. System software, application software. Generalized packages. Customized utilities packages. Operating system. Page 7 of 270. Times generalized packages. Times it user-friendly softwares. Times it is easy to use. Times X preparing documents, drawing pictures, database to manage data information, preparing presentations, play games, etc. Times word processing software, for preparing documents, Word Perfect, MS Word, OpenOffice.org Writer L. Spreadsheets, data analysis, Lotus, Smart Suites, MS Excel, OpenOffice.org Calc, Apple, Numbers LLL. Times presentations, presentation graphics, MS PowerPoint, OpenOffice.org, Impress. Times database management system, MS Access, OpenOffice.org Base, MS SQL Server, Oracle. Times graphics tools, Paint Shop Pro, Adobe Photoshop. Times customized packages. Times specific requirements of an organization, institution. For example, student information details. Payroll packages, inventory control, etc. Page 8 of 270. Computer languages. Times languages are a means of communication. Times every computer language is bound by rules known as syntax. Times basic, beginner's all-purpose symbolic instruction. Code it is widely used, easy to learn general purpose. Language. Mainly used in microcomputers in earlier days. Times COBOL, common business-oriented language A. Standardized language used for commercial applications. Times Fortran, formula translation developed for solving mathematical and scientific problems. One of the most popular languages among scientific community. Times C, structured programming language used for all purpose such as scientific application, commercial application, developing games, etc. Times C++, popular object-oriented programming language used for general purpose language. Low-level language, high-level language. Machine language. Assembly language. Basic. COBOL. Fortran. C. C++. Page 9 of 270. Times it is a technique in which an operating system collects the programs and data together in a batch before processing starts. Times advantages. Times batch processing takes much of the work of the operator to the computer. Times increased performance as a new job get started as soon as the previous job is finished without any manual intervention. Times disadvantages. Times difficult to debug program. Times a job could enter an infinite loop. Times due to lack of protection scheme, one batch job can affect pending jobs. Page 10 of 270. Multi-programmed batch system. Times it is also called as multi-program task system. Times a series of jobs are executed without any human intervention in batch processing system. Times in this set of jobs with similar needs are batched together and inputted to the computer for execution. Times multiple programs to execute on a single processor system. Times example, transactions of credit cards. Generation of bills, processing of input and output in the operating system, etc. Times time sharing system. Times it is allows many users to share the computer resources simultaneously. Times it is sharing of a computing resource among many users at the same time by means of multiprogramming and multitasking. Page 11 of 270. Times distributed system. Times a distributed system allows resource sharing, including software by systems connected to the network. Times example, intranets, internet, www, email, etc. Times there are many types of distributed system. Times client-server systems. Times peer-to-peer systems. Times middleware. Times 3-tier. Times n-tier. Times real-time system. Times any information processing system with hardware and software components that perform real-time application functions and can respond to events within predictable and specific time constraints. Times example: air traffic control systems, networked multimedia systems, command control systems, etc. Times there are two types of real-time systems: reactive and embedded. Times reactive: aircraft, railways. Times embedded: automobiles, subways. Page 12 of 270. Times deadlock. Times a deadlock is a situation in which two computer programs sharing the same resource are effectively preventing each other from accessing the resource, resulting in both programs ceasing to function. Times a deadlock occurs when the first process locks the first resource at the same time as the second process locks the second resource. The deadlock can be resolved by cancelling and restarting the first process. CPU scheduling. It is a process of determining which process will own CPU for execution while another process is on hold. 1. Waiting time. 2. Quantum time. 3. Nice value. Page 13 of 270. Times computer security. Times to protection of computer systems, server, and virus. Information from harm, theft, and unauthorized use. Times devices that help us with network security. Times 1. Firewalls. Times intrusion detection systems. Times computer graphics. Times computer graphics is a subfield of computer science which studies methods for digitally synthesizing and manipulating visual content. Although the term often refers to the study of three-dimensional computer graphics, it also encompasses two-dimensional graphics and image processing. Times visualization techniques. Times computer graphics has provided a powerful mechanism for creating, manipulating, and interacting with these representations. Scatter plots, line graphs, pie charts, bar charts, heat maps, area charts, maps and histograms. Virtual private network. Page 15 of 270. Times polygon filling algorithm. Times A scan line algorithm. Times B flood fill algorithm. Times boundary fill algorithm. Times connected polygon. Times inside-outside test. Times A odd-even rule. Times B non-zero winding number rule. Times odd-even rule. Times non-zero winding number rule. Page 16 of 270. Times interactive graphics. Times viewing in 3 dimension. Page 17 of 270. Times raster algorithms. Times the process of converting geometric, virtual triangles, polygons, 3D models of objects, primitives into their discrete approximations. Times raster scan, it is the electron beam is swept across the screen, 1 row at a time from top to bottom. times random scan, times it is the electron beam is directed only to the part of the screen where the picture is to be drawn rather than scanning from left to right and top to bottom as in raster scan. It is also called vector display, stroke writing display or calligraphic display. Page 18 of 270. Times application of computer graphics. Times 1. Computer graphics user interface. Times 2. Business presentation graphics. Times 3. Cartography, drawing maps. Times 4. Weather maps. Times 5. Satellite imaging. Times 6. Medical imaging. Times 7. Entertainment. Times 8. Engineering drawings. Times 9. Training. Times 10. Architecture. Times 11. Entertainment. Times 12. Simulation and modeling. Times rendering or image synthesis. Times it is the process of generating a photorealistic or non-photorealistic image from a 2D or 3D model by means of a computer program. Times it is a process of animation. Times animation. Times it means giving life to any object in computer graphics. Times type of animation techniques. Times traditional animation X, frame by frame. Times performance-based X, motion capture. Times physically based X, dynamics. Page 19 of 270. Times image processing with emphasis on biological systems. Times it is a subfield of bioinformatics and computational biology. Times combination of the different elements involved in the digital image processing. Times there has been an increasing focus on developing novel image processing. Computer vision, data mining, database, and visualization techniques to extract, compare, search and manage the biological knowledge in these data-intensive problems. Page 20 of 270. Times computer networking. Times it is a system in which multiple computers are connected to each other to share information and resources. Times characteristics of a computer network. Times share resources from one computer to another. Times create files and store them in one computer, access those files from the other computers connected over the network. Times connect a printer, scanner, or a fax machine to one computer within the network and let other computers of the network use the machines available over the network. Times list of hardwares required to set up a computer network. 1. Network cables. 2. Distributors. 3. Routers. 4. Internal network cards. 5. External network cards. Network cables. It is used to connect computers. The most commonly used cable is Category 5 cable RJ45. Page 21 of 270. Times distributors. Times a computer can be connected to another one via a serial port, but if we need to connect many computers to produce a network, this serial connection will not work. The solution is to use a central body to which other computers, printers, scanners, etc. can be connected, and then this body will manage or distribute network traffic. Times router. Times it is a type of device which acts as the central point among computers and other devices that are a part of the network. It is equipped with holes called ports. Computers and other devices are connected to a router using network cables. Nowadays, router comes in wireless modes using which computers can be connected without any physical cable. Page 22 of 270. Times network card. Times it is a necessary component of a computer without which a computer cannot be connected over a network. It is also known as the network adapter or network interface card. NIC. Most branded computers have network card pre-installed. Network cards are of two types, internal and external network cards. Times internal network cards. Times motherboard has a slot for internal network card where it is to inserted. Times one dot peripheral component interconnect. PCI to dot industry standard. Architecture, ISA. Times external network cards. Times there are two types, wireless and USB based. Wireless network card needs to be inserted into the motherboard. However, no network cable is required to connect to the network. Times universal serial bus, USB. Times it is easy to use and connects via USB port. Computers automatically detect USB card and can install the drivers required to support the USB network card automatically. Page 23 of 270. Times network security. Times it is the security provided to a network from unauthorized access and risks. It is the duty of network administrators to adopt preventive measures to protect their networks from potential security threats. Times computer networks that are involved in regular transactions and communication within the government, individuals, or business require security. The most common and simple way of protecting a network resource is by assigning it a unique name and a corresponding password. Times types of network security devices. Times active devices, firewalls, antivirus and scanning devices. Times passive devices, these devices identify and report on unwanted traffic, for example, intrusion detection appliances. Times preventative devices, these devices scan the networks and identify potential security problems. For example, penetration testing devices and vulnerability assessment appliances. times Unified Threat Management, UTM. These devices serve as all-in-one security devices. Examples include firewalls, content filtering, web caching, etc. Page 24 of 270. Times firewalls. Times a firewall is a network security system that manages and regulates the network traffic based on some protocols. Times there are two types of firewalls. Times 1. Hardware firewalls. Times 2. Software firewalls. Times antivirus. Times an antivirus is a tool that is used to detect and remove malicious software. It was originally designed to detect and remove viruses from computers, X, URLs, spam and phishing attacks. Times content filtering. Times content filtering devices screen unpleasant and offensive emails or web pages. Times 1. Web filtering. Times 2. Screening of websites or pages. Times 3. Email filtering. Times 4. Screening of email for spam. Times 5. Other objectionable content. Times intrusion detection systems. Times correct cyclic redundancy check. CRC errors. Times prevent TCP sequencing issues. Times clean up unwanted transport and network layer options. Page 25 of 270. Times network topology and architecture. Times it is the arrangement with which computer systems or network devices are connected to each other. Times topologies may define both physical and logical aspect of the network. Both logical and physical topologies could be same or different in a same network. 1. Point-to-point 5. Tree topology. 2. Bus topology 6. Mesh topology. 3. Star topology 7. Daisy chain. 4. Ring topology 8. Hybrid topology. Times point-to-point. Times bus topology. Times star topology. Page 26 of 270. Times ring topology. Times tree topology. Times mesh topology. Times daisy chain. Times hybrid topology. Page 27 of 270. Times hierarchical networks. Times it is a tree-like converging system with multiple inflow points. Times it is a relationship between table and data to defined in parent and child structure. Times TCP/IP family of protocols. Times Internet Protocol Suite is equal to TCP/IP Protocol Suite. Times TCP Transmission Control Protocol. Times IP Internet Protocol. Times Internet Protocol version 4 IPv4. Times Internet Protocol version 6 IPv6. Times IPv4 uses 32-bit logical address. Page 28 of 270. Times parallel and high-performance computing. Times parallel programming can save hours or Even days of computing time. Times parallel and high performance. Computing shows you how to deliver faster runtimes, greater scalability, and increased energy efficiency to your programs by mastering parallel techniques for multi-core processor and GPU hardware. Times forms of parallel computing, bit level, instruction level, data, and task. Parallelism. Page 29 of 270. Times cloud computing. Times it can be referred to as the storing and accessing of data over the internet, rather than your computer's hard drive. Times it means data is stored at a remote place and is synchronized with other web information. Times architecture of cloud computing. Times front-end device, special applications. Times backend platform, computers, servers, virtual machines. Times cloud-based delivery. Times network. Times types of cloud. Times public. Times private. Times hybrid. Page 30 of 270.